everyone, we're back on Nighthawk Talk. I'm Ella Henry, and this is my guest, Kaylee Eubanks. Today we're going to be talking about boredom in school. So, what do you think about the length of the class periods?
Honestly, I feel like the class periods are kind of long for, how long we can hold information and...
Yeah, I think our attention span's, way too short to,
Yeah.
keep listening. What do you think about, our seating charts?
I feel like for our seating, we shouldn't be sitting in rows, because, that's...
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for kids to really take in information when they're sitting in the same spot every day, and they're constantly just...
Yeah, not having any, new environment or anything.
You can't, sit where you want.
Yeah.
You never switch things up. It's really hard to,
Yeah.
focus when you really...
Do you think we should be able to pick our seats, or do you think the teachers should, still be able to do that?
I feel like if we are able to pick our seats, it's going to distract us, and we're going to choose our friends over something else. But if the teacher picks our seats and we're there for months at a time, it's just very boring every day walking into the same environment.
So maybe, every week we could change seating charts and stuff? Are there any unnecessary classes that you think we have?
I feel like most of our classes we do take away from, but all of them, I don't really, need to know some of that stuff. I don't remember it a week later, and it just seems kind of pointless.
Yeah, I agree.
And, everything's taught for a reason, but sometimes that reason really doesn't.
And some of the subjects we're not actually going to use, once we're older.
Yeah.
So, maybe taking away science and replacing it with another elective or something that we will use.
Or, being
life
able
class.
to choose what core classes you like.
Yeah.
So, if you want to be, a doctor when you're older, then you could take science. Or,
And then if you wanted to do, something else, then you could take something else. Do you think we should have, brain breaks, or are there any ideas for that?
Yeah, brain breaks would really help us get, more focused, so we're not sitting there, because really it's hard for someone to hold, information and, be focused while you're constantly thinking about what time is it, when does this class end, when you really, need just to, get yourself energized. Just, sitting there is not very
What are some
entertaining.
ideas that you have for some, different brain break options?
Well, I know during block periods we take laps, which is very helpful.
Yeah, I
because of the long period. But
Uh-huh.
maybe in a shorter class period.
Really? Okay. Just keep going. Letting it out.
Maybe in a shorter class period, just getting up, being able to talk to your friends for a few minutes, and then going back to your seat and learning.
So, are there any other kind of electives that you think that our school should offer?
Yeah, because right now we can only take a language or speech, cooking. It's very general for there's there's nothing specific, nothing you could really get into. If you have a specific interest for maybe even something like medical, you don't really have a elective
a class,
choice for that.
Something that goes with doctors and
Yeah, and I feel if we were offered more electives, we would be able to have more fun throughout the day, and really focus on what we want to learn.
Yeah, and if they had a beauty one and you were really into that kind of makeup stuff, then you could go take that class and learn more about that.
And that's a future career you could pursue. Even though we're so young, it's still middle school, it's still something that if that is your interest when you're older, you're gonna retain more information from that class. Rather than.
So do you think the teacher's energy needs to be higher?
Yeah, I feel a lot of boredom that we get is from a teacher just vocal fry, just sitting there very basic talking, when it should be getting engaged and
and
having fun in the class. Not
seems they repeat the same information over and over again, especially certain teachers, and that time sometimes that's really hard to stay focused. Do you think things need to be more hands-on, or do you like the independent better?
Honestly, being hands-on learning, that gets you engaged, that gets you to have fun, but sometimes it gets too repetitive, in science class and stuff like that, when we're constantly doing things, it gets really hard to keep up with. But I feel if you are instead of just sitting there and taking notes, doing an activity, a game that's related to it somehow, I know in French what we do is we'll play conjugation games, stuff that helps you retain the information, but you can still play the game.
Yeah. So do you think we should have block days?
Block days? No, I don't think we should have block periods, because there's some classes where you oh yeah, I get to go to this class for 2 hours today, But then if you're going to sit in social studies and just take notes for like 2 hours, like that's not helpful to like a kid.
It's so hard to focus.
Mm-hmm.
And like especially whenever you don't enjoy the subject, it makes it even worse.
Yeah, and having those shorter class periods makes it easier to like stay focused and less bored. And
yeah. So some people feel like they're not able to be as social whenever they're in school. Do you think there should be more opportunities to be more social with people?
I feel like during classes we should have time to like be able to talk to people, or like I know like the team building like exercises get really repetitive and very boring, but if you do them like occasionally, it gives a chance for students who might not have like people to talk to be able to make connections with new people, make new friends.
So the environment in classrooms are like sometimes really boring because of the walls. They don't have any posters or anything. Do you think if they like the teachers had more posters or stuff like that, it would help?
Yeah, I feel like if we had like more motivational posters, like in math you had like something like funny up, like some teachers do stuff like that, or like even like changing it up so you're not looking at the same poster every day.
Like maybe for like holidays and stuff, they could decorate.
Like decorating.
Yeah, that'd be good. That's all we have for you today on Nighthawk Talk. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.